Gear up, scooter fam. Today I thought I'd go over, do another 4 scooter comparison. Seem to be do pretty well, and I kind of enjoy doing those. So I'm gonna do another four scooter comparison today. Still some Black Friday deals going on. Gonna go over as well. So this, but first of all, to start off, this is not one of the scooters that's going to be in the four scooter comparison. It's the GX3 from GoTrax, and it's actually dropped $200 to $17.99, which I think is a really good deal for the scooter. I've been tracking it for a while, and I don't ever remember it going below $2,000. So that's pretty interesting that it dropped. All the rest have stayed the same, but I just did want to bring that up before I got into our scooter comparison. All right, next I just wanted to note that I was testing out Voro motors again today, and just to check some cart prices and so forth, and I noticed that they're adding taxes again in the cart. So that had went away, and now it's back. So just FYI on that. So just keeping you guys up to date. Once again, I'm going to give you the information unfiltered, and as I see it happen, I'm going to report it. And so Voro is now adding taxes back into the cart. It seemed like they had stopped for at least a bit, and it's back in there. So for whatever reason, just to give you guys a heads up on that. The 4 scooters we're going to be talking about today are the Roadrunner RS5 Max, the Apollo Phantom 2.0, the Inmotion RS Lite, and the Wolf Warrior 11 Pro from Cabo. All right, so to get started, the RS5 Max is $21.99 at this moment for Black Friday. The Phantom 2.0 is $24.49. The RS Lite is $24.99, and the Wolf Warrior 11 is $23.99. So all relatively close in price, with the RS5 Max being the cheapest and the RS Lite being the most expensive at $24.99. The RS5 Max has a top speed of 46 miles per hour. The Phantom 2.0, 44 miles per hour. The RS Lite, 54 miles per hour. And the Wolf Warrior 11, 50 miles per hour. So pretty good. That puts the RS Lite once again at the top, with the top price at the top miles per hour, the fastest top speed at 54 miles per hour, with the Phantom 2.0 being the slowest at 44 miles per hour. The RS5 Max gets 31 miles of range, the Phantom 2.0, 33 miles of range, the RS Lite, 45 miles of range, and the Wolf Warrior 11, 26 miles of range. For the RS5 Max, it has a battery of 52 volts with 32 amp hours. The Phantom 2.0 has also a 52 volt at 27 amp hours. The RS Lite has a 72 volt at 30 amp hours. And the Wolf Warrior 11 has a 60 volt at 35 amp hours. The RS5 Max has nut hydraulic brakes. The Phantom 2.0 has dual disc and regen brakes. The RS Lite has zoom hydraulic brakes, and the Wolf Warrior 11 has dual disc and regen brakes. For the RS5 Max, it has dual 1400 watt motors. The Phantom 2.0 has dual 1560 watt motors. The RS Lite has dual 1500 watt motors, and the Wolf Warrior 11 has dual 1200 watt motors. As far as tires go, the RS5 Max has 10-inch tubeless tires. They are stated at 10 or 10.5. The Phantom 2.0 has 11-inch tires. The RS Lite and the Wolf Warrior 11 also have 11-inch tires. So all scooters have 11-inch tubeless tires besides the RS5 Max, which has 10-inch, but I believe they were stated at 10.5 somewhere I saw. So 10.5 inch for the RS5 Max. For the throttle, the RS5 Max has a paddle throttle. The Phantom 2.0 has a thumb throttle. The RS Lite has an option between the twist and the paddle throttle. And the paddle throttle does come with it if you order from the Inmotion site. And then the Wolf Warrior 11 has a trigger throttle. The RS5 Max, the Phantom 2.0, and the RS Lite all have IP66 or higher ratings. And the Wolf Warrior 11 has an IPX4 rating, being the lowest on this list. As far as weight, The RS5 Max weighs 88 pounds. The Phantom 2.0, 102 pounds. The RS Lite, 120 pounds. And the Wolf Warrior 11, 100 pounds. The RS5 Max has no UL listing. The Phantom 2.0 is UL listed. The RS Lite is UL listed in the midnight version. And then the Wolf Warrior 11 has no UL listing. All right, so final thoughts. Once again, I picked these 4 scooters because I like them. They're all good scooters. I think they compete fairly well with one another, both in price and specs. Looking at the cheapest one in the RS5 Max, seems like a very good deal. I like that it's very light. It has a really good IP rating, nut hydraulic brakes. The tires are 10-inch versus 11, but once again, I saw somewhere the stat that had 10 and a half, so not bad. The speed is in the middle at about 46 miles per hour, but that's plenty, to be honest. 31 miles of range is also kind of in the middle, not the lowest but not the highest. Not a bad deal. The Phantom 2.0, kind of new as far as that goes. I mean, it's a continuation of the Phantom, but it's slightly different. In the middle range with it being 100 pounds. The Wolf Warrior both are 100 pounds, and the RS Lite being the heaviest. It is UL listed, which I like. Dual disc as opposed to hydraulics, so not bad. The RS Lite most expensive on here. It's also got the most specs, going the fastest, the most range, Zoom hydraulic brakes, 1500 watt motors, 11-inch tubeless tires. I mean, everything's pretty max. In the midnight version is UL listed, but once again, if you get the midnight version, you have to get it on Voro Motors, and they are tacking on taxes now in the cart. Let me go ahead and give you my ranking. To be honest, I'm kind of liking the RS5 Max at this price. It's the lowest on the list. It's in the middle range of everything else. It does not have a UL listing. But they do use LG batteries, so I'm not too concerned about that. I think for this list, the RX5 would probably be number 1 on my list. For number 2, I would have to probably go with the RS Lite. It was close for number 1, to be honest. But just the fact that the RS5 is such a better deal money-wise, the RS Lite got bumped to number 2. Everything else is really, like I said, it's top of the line on this. 54, high range, high speed, large battery. I mean, it's got everything. I just thought the RS5 Max is a little bit better deal, and it's got enough of everything. So next on my favorite, between the Wolf Warrior 11 and the Phantom 2.0. The Phantom's got the UL listing, IP66. It's a little bit smaller battery. Performance is a little under, but potentially better range. I think because IPX4 is okay, but it's nice to have a little bit of comfort there. It is UL listed, which I do like, as opposed to not UL listed, and the price is negligible. We're talking about $50. I probably would choose the Phantom as my number 3 and the Wolf Warrior 11 as my number 4. So there you have it. RS5 Max, RS Lite, Phantom 2.0, and the Wolf Warrior 11 in that order. Guys, if you enjoyed this content, you found it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and happy riding.